Happy Friday. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Austin Evans. Going to be feeling like summer today, like it was yesterday, and like it will be this weekend. Let's talk about it. Temperatures in the 70s already. We are just passing that 10:30 half hour. 73 in Shreveport, 76 in Marshall, 80 now in Natchitoches, and we're going to be continuing to rise in temperature. Now, taking a look at a bit of next week and a little bit into next weekend, you can see the colors starting to mute just a little bit. We got gray and some lighter blues getting closer to us. That means it's picking up still on a lot of that warmth for the first, say, half of the week through about Thursday, maybe Friday, and it's starting to pick up on those cooler temperatures, but it's still weighted heavily towards the warmer than average end of things. Here's the temperature trend over the next 7 days. Going to be in the 90s today, tomorrow, and the mid to upper 80s through Monday and even into Tuesday and Wednesday. You can see, though, that temperature dropping as we head into Thursday. Also, we're going to be seeing the humidity rise going into next week. Nothing unbearable, but it's something you're going to notice, and that is ahead of our next weather maker. A cold front on the way. This time it looks to be pretty strong, bringing our next best chance for rain into late next week and a big cool down into next weekend, the final weekend of October. Rain chances also will be on the rise going into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Here is Long Range Future Track. Now, Long Range Future Track doesn't have a whole lot for rain on Wednesday, and the latest update has very little for Thursday as well. That is a big change. However, going into Friday, we see a lot of cloud cover build, and we see that rain move in for next weekend. It's pushed that rain back just a little bit, where we could be seeing that rain not moving in until Saturday. We'll have to wait and see, though. It's still a good ways away. Here's a look at our Todd Shores McClarty Ford sky camera in Bowie County, Texas. This is what the sky is going to look like all day, or at least what I'm expecting it to look like. Over the next few hours, we can see our rise into the low 90s, but hopefully not much more than that 90 degree mark, maybe 91 or 92. Here's the live First Alert Doppler radar and satellite. Not seeing anything, and that's the way it's going to be all day. If it wasn't for the clock up in the top left, you would think Future Track was broken. Looking ahead, though, into Saturday, we are going to see a little more filtered sunshine here and there. These clouds are kind of a darker gray on Future Track, which tells me that they're likely a bit thinner in nature until we get into the late night, where more overcast conditions look to be a possibility, at least for Sunday. We'll have to wait and see on that, if that ends up indeed being overcast. Highs today, low 90s, upper 80s. If you don't quite make it there, I mean, we're getting into late October. Not making it to the low 90 degree mark, honestly, is the expectation for the season, but also, it's not a guarantee everyone will see that 90. And just taking a look, First Alert for your Saturday morning, daybreak to lunchtime, temperatures starting off in the 50s, just like today, just like yesterday, rising into the 70s by 10 o'clock, and then the 80s going into the midday noon hour. Here's that First Alert 7-day forecast. Still going to be very warm going into next week, but you can see things will be changing come Thursday and, of course, into Friday of next week. We'll be starting to see some drastic changes in the weather. I'll have the latest coming up on KSLA News 12 at noon. If you missed that, I'll be back for KSLA News 12 now at 4 later on this afternoon. Have a fantastic Friday.